Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to thank everybody for joining today's webinar. I'd like to thank our partner IBFX for hosting today's webinar. My name is Bill Schneider, and I am the Global Institutional Sales Manager here at Currensee, and today I'm going to take you through a product tour of our Trade Leader Investment Program. But first, when we're talking about any type of investing, and today we're going to talk about Forex investing, I think it's important to go over the risk warning. Over-the-counter retail foreign currency or Forex trading may involve significant risk of loss. It is not suitable for all investors, and you should make sure you understand the risks involved before trading and seek independent advice if necessary. So, what we're going to look at today is we're going to take a product tour of the Currensee Trade Leader Investment Program. Once your account has been open, approved, and funded at our partner IBFX, you will log in using your Currensee profile, and you will log in to what you're looking at now, which is the investment dashboard. The investment dashboard will show you the general information of your account across the top, starting with your account balance at the upper right-hand corner. You will then see the realized gain and loss since trading began on your account, the unrealized gain and loss, which is simply open positions in the market right now, and then the total gain and loss between the two. It'll show you the active leaders you are currently allocated your capital to, and you will see that in a more detailed view down low. It will also give you program trades per month as well as the program trades per date. Again, if you look below, a little bit more detailed information for your account. It'll show you each of the trade leaders you have selected to allocate your capital to. It will show you the realized gain and loss per trade leader, the unrealized gain and loss, again, open positions in the marketplace, the capital allocations per trade leader, winning percentage, total trades, and how long you've been following these particular trade leaders. Underneath is an exciting new feature that we are offering. It's called the Open Positions tab. You will be able to monitor all the open positions that are currently active in your Currensee trading account now. You will be able to monitor by position. You will also be able to monitor by trade leader. Each of our trade leaders has a ticker, so you will be able to identify which trade leader has that current position open, the direction of the trade, short or long, the lot size or position size, the open price of that particular trade, the current price, the profit and loss by pips on that current trade. Then you'll actually see it in a dollar amount, unrealized gain or loss. And also, you, the investor, have total control to close and manage these positions from here as well. On the bottom is a simple allocation distribution chart, a simple pie chart showing how your capital is allocated across the different trade leaders that you have selected. The main tabs you're going to be using are all on the left side of the platform. The second tab will be Portfolio Management. Again, we'll show you the different allocations to the particular trade leaders, showing you the minimum capital to follow each trade leader, showing you the allocation percentage you have allocated to each of the trade leaders, again, the fund amount. It'll also, if you roll your tab over there, will show you the drawdown protection or essentially the stop loss. So it'll show you the default setting is 30%, and it'll show you if and when the account got to that 30%, when the position would automatically close. Again, unrealized gain or loss right here. And then simple editing buttons here. So unlike a typical managed account or unlike a typical hedge fund, there are no lockup periods. You, the investor, has total control of your account at all times. By clicking the pencil, you have the ability to change capital allocations to different trade leaders. Just click Save, and that will take place as soon as you do that. You also have the ability to close trades from this position, or let's say you're going on vacation and you don't want the account traded during that time. You have the ability to stop and confirm delete. You will be stopped from trading from that trade leader. All open positions will be closed at that time, and no new positions would be opened following that particular trade leader until you reallocated the capital. You also have an advanced controls feature here, which is unique to our program. So out of the box, you have 5 advanced controls. The account drawdown protection, the default is 30%. You can see this particular account, which is a live account, has increased that to 43%. You also have the ability to decrease that. So on your own risk tolerance or your own risk preferences, you know, whether it's 5, 10, 15, 20%, or leaving it at the 30% default, you have the ability to do that. You also have the ability to put a leverage cap on the overall portfolio. If you're a family office, if you're an institutional trader, you do not want anything on the account traded more than 2, 3 to 1. You have the ability to set that there as well. And underneath, you have the ability to do this per trade leader as well. So I'm just going to start with the first one, Joiny Jiang, who is one of our oldest traders. It will show you the typical max drawdown per that trade leader. It'll show you the average leverage being used. Our traders are professional traders that we have vetted and analyzed and done due diligence on and background checks. The majority of our traders are using anywhere from 2 to 1 to 10 to 1 as typical leverage. And as you can see, Joiny has a very low max leverage on this particular trading system of 5 to 1. You can see that the drawdown setting is the default 30%. You have the ability to do this from the peak of the current account balance or from the initial allocation to that particular trade leader. You also have the ability to adjust the drawdown protection on open trades out in the market. You can put a leverage cap not only on the portfolio as you did up top, but you can put a leverage cap on a particular trade leader as well. And then you have the leverage multiplier. The default setting is 100%. That doesn't mean 100 to 1 leverage. It means 100% of the leverage the trade leader is using. So in this case, he's using on typical leverage of 2 to 1. If you were to increase this, we'll make this easy, to 200%, this typical leverage would be 4 to 1. And the final risk control you have is you have the ability to exclude currency pairs. You know, something's going on in Europe, you don't want any of the euro pairs being traded. Just as an example, you have the ability to exclude them here and they will not be traded in your account. Like I said, you have the ability to do this per trade leader. The final tab, as you'll see here, is Add Leaders, which can also be found over here as our Find Leaders tab. This is what we call our trade leader board. And this is where you're going to go in and do your analysis on the different trade leaders and strategies we have to offer. You will go in here and select you know, any of the trade leaders that we have to offer. You can scroll your mouse, go over the top. The Trade Authority Index is our version of a Sharpe ratio, and each of the metrics we have across the top has a definition here that you can use. Scroll down to the bottom here, slide it over. There's also some additional metrics here as well. You can uncheck if you want to narrow this down, click Save, and make it a little easier. But you will see, you know, the history, how long we've been following them in a live market, cum return, annual return, the past 6 months return. Please keep in mind the difference on our auto trading system as to some of our competitors in the marketplace. Everything we show you is real performance. Our traders are trading real money. They're real asset managers that we have vetted out. We receive on or about 75 applications a month from FX traders all over the world. We go ahead and we vet them out in a real environment. I don't want to see their monthly statements. I don't take their word for it. We actually get their live account credentials, and we know what their history is. We know what their true performance is. We know what their drawdowns are, and we also do background checks on these traders as well. So there's a full vetting process, pretty rigorous, that goes into this for about 6 months before we make a decision whether or not they're suitable for our platform. If you will click on the first one to make it easy, each of our traders has a tear sheet. You know, Joiny Jiang from China is one of our more popular traders. It will tell you who he is, how long he's been trading, about his strategy, what pairs he often trades, how often he trades. He has 2 strategies. I'm sorry, you'll see them here. Since performance is shown since we've been following them, the active pairs. And down here you also have the ability to customize a chart in time period to see how Joiny was, how his trading was during that particular time. Or you could see some of the default settings, or use some of the default chart settings below. You will see Joiny's performance. The investor is the green dot. The investor is a live client of ours, how they've been performing, and then the S&P across to the right. What you're looking at now is Joiny's live performance. since we've been following him, since he's been part of the Trade Leader Investment Program. This here is just a metric to show our social network. We also have the social network available where the black dots represent. We still have about 10,000 members in our social network. Some more metrics down below that compares your account to the trade leader's account to the S&P. And then finally, on the bottom, every open and close date of a position that Johnny has traded. So not only will you see every position that is traded in your account, you will also see every position that is traded in a trade leader's account as well. In the event you like what you see, you make a decision you want to invest, this bright orange tab to the top right, click on Invest, allocate the funds. The minimum amount to invest would automatically allocate here. You can adjust that. Simply click Save. The next time Johnny places a trade, you will take part in that trade. So really unique here. We'll go back to the leaderboard because I'll show you what this means across the top. The trade leaders are the current trade leaders available to you. These two traders are also available to you. This is our emerging strategies. These are new strategies we are currently watching that we're offering to you as well, so you can take a look in here. And then we also have a tab that has high-risk strategies as well. Some of these traders have been in the program for a while, but the volatility of their trading is a little bit more significant, so we call these a high-risk strategy. So essentially what you're doing, you the investor, you're building your own little, we like to say your own little fund-to-fund or your own little hedge fund. And again, at no time do you have total control of your account, you have total control of your allocations, you're able to stop the account whenever you want, change allocations on the fly. So really a unique platform that we're proud to offer with our partner IBFX. The final tab here is Portfolio Performance. This is where you're going to go in. Again, we're going to show you the general information of your account across the top. We're going to show you the live month-to-month performance of your account. You can see that this account has been open for a short time, 5 months now, but it's faring very well. You're going to see active investments, simply the current trade leaders you are currently following. We'll show you past investments, traders that you have allocated to in the past, and then we're going to show you closed trades. So again, not only will you see every position in the trade leader's account, you're going to see every position in your account as well. We're going to show you the open and close date, the type of trade. Again, each of our traders has a ticker, the lot size or position size of the trade, the currency pair, the open and close price. Will, in the parentheses, you'll even see if there's price difference between the trade leader got and the trade that you got. The gain and loss on that particular account, and then whether it was followed or not. In the event we cannot get a price within our parameters per trade leader, it would simply say couldn't get price here. So we'll go back to the general forum. Now we will, I will take any questions. Go back to the PowerPoint. So, excuse me. So for more information on the program, please feel free to either contact myself or IBFX. You can reach IBFX at the web address below to read up and follow additional information about Currensee. Please also feel free to follow up with me if you have any additional questions. My contact information is here below. At this time, if you'd like, I have the ability to answer questions, so if you will, I'll give you everybody a minute or two here, but type your questions in the screen, and I will get to as many as I can. Okay, so first question, what are there any fees involved with the software? There are very standard 2% annualized management fee, which we assess monthly. So 2% basically divided by 12 on your average account balance will give you what the monthly service fee would be. And there is a 20% performance fee. It's a success fee. It's on profits generated in your account. This is how our traders are paid. So different than some of the other auto trading systems out in the marketplace, we are not increasing spreads We are not charging you commissions or transactional volume. Our traders are only paid on success fees or profits generated in your account, and that's on the high water mark. Any other questions before we end the webinar today? I'll give everybody another minute or two. How long is the oh, here's a good question. How long are the track records of your traders? The majority of the traders that we're showing you on our platform, there's essentially 25 strategies on the platform. A couple of our trade leaders have multiple strategies. The majority of them we have over 3 years track record on. And again, this is not hypothetical or demo-based performance. It's important to know that this is real performance that we are seeing from their trading account. Here's a great question. So how is Currensee different from Zulu? So that is a great question because we do stack up very well against Zulu. The main thing to remember here is Zulu Trader is all hypothetical and demo-based performance. They also have no vetting system of their traders. Basically, come one, come all. They will put their strategy on their platform, and they have anywhere, they have 1,500 automated strategies that you can choose from, which makes it very confusing and difficult for you, the investor. And you're also following hypothetical or demo-based performance. So I'll ask you, a very easy question. If you're not trading real funds, and you have enough money in the account, demo money that is, why would you ever close a position? You're not. You're going to wait for the market to turn, and that position is essentially at the end of the day going to be profitable, and they're going to show you some outrageous performance statistics. Another main difference is the way their Zulu is compensated. They are essentially charging you an additional commission, and their traders are being paid to trade. So their incentives are not aligned with your incentives. I think it's important to remember that Currensee is really a true investment vehicle where our traders are trading real accounts, real money, and their incentives are aligned with your incentives to generate profits on your account. So that's how they're paid, and that's how we differ from one of our major competitors, Zulu Trade. All right. Well, I think that's it. I want to, again, thank IBFX for hosting today's webinar. I want to thank everybody in attendance for joining today. And please feel free to contact myself if you have any additional questions about our auto trading system. Thank you again, and I look forward to hopefully hearing from some of you.